let's get down to business. Just a quick bit here. We are here today to talk about Croods, A New Age. I just watched it on demand and it's like really, really good. It does something that y'all just haven't grasped yet. As y'all know, we live in a patriarchy. Therefore, it's hard for women to stand out aside from stereotypes. Though Anglo-Saxon women get it a lot easier, and it's easier for them to be different people. Bette Midler can play kooky and serious and still not be subjected to only being one of those things. While Tiffany Haddish, it's going to be very hard for her to play a serious role because people don't take her seriously. And it's just strange that men can play. Like, here's an example of what I mean. So, a lot of people are upset that Maddie Ziegler is playing music, an autistic girl, and saying that she's very exaggerant and the movie is very offensive and it's not realistic to life. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? No one said that about Leonardo DiCaprio playing that character. If you see What's Eating Gilbert Grape, I would say that they do a better job at showing how the world actually treats people who have disabilities. But I think it's interesting that Leonardo DiCaprio, he didn't lose his spot in like the world of Hollywood. He is in a lot of things. People respect him. He has a teenage wife or whatever he's doing. He gets to do what he wants, He gets to do what he wants in this patriarchy. But Maddie Ziegler, she may never act again. She may never act again. Because of the role that she got paid for. The role that was her role. That was her job to do. And Leonardo DiCaprio didn't lose he did that What's Eating Gilbert Grape when he was very young, alongside another man who gets to do what he wants and still be praised, Johnny Depp. And going back to the Croods too, it's just it makes me so happy to see this. Like, this is what you should look at. So, just a rundown of what Croods 2 is. Croods, it's horrible. It starts out with Guy's family dying in tar. Like, they died in tar. Like, they were sinking in tar, and they were like, leave, like, go son, because the tar's bubbling and rising. Like, the little boy sees his family die in a tar pit. That's the first scene you see of Croods 2. So you're already hitting it hard. And it just goes to show his life. And then if y'all seen Croods 1, I'm not really going to go through. I really haven't seen it recently. I've literally only seen Croods 1 one time. And it wasn't anything to like, it was like, okay. My mom liked it a lot more than I did, but I just, I would consider it to be one of those things like, Madagascar was. It's something that was cool, and will I watch it again? Yeah, I will watch it again. It's not something that I thought it was bad, but I do believe Croods 2 is better than Croods 1. I feel like it's far too quick, though. I felt like I watched it, and I was like, so that's it? It didn't make me want more. It was just fast. It was a very cohesive, summed up story, and it was fine. There was nothing missing. It was just short to me. And I'm glad that Peter Dinklage, they didn't make him play a little person. Peter Dinklage is another, like, it goes to the patriarchy thing. Men can surpass what they are to be another character, to be whatever they want, So Peter Dinklage is a little person. He may have played a little person in Game of Thrones. That may have been his character. But he just plays roles that it's not always about his height. And he's a man. How many women little people do you see in media? Other than Little Women, like the shows, because I'm really happy to see Little Women LA, Little Women Texas, like all those Little Women. I love seeing those shows. I hate the fact that they have to rely on, drama to get a paycheck. They can't just be in a movie or anything. And if you guys like I love diversity and stuff. If you love diversity and you want to see more little people and stuff, there's this movie called Willow that I did a review of. The link will be in the description of this video because I'm talking about it and referencing it. But let me digress. So Croods 2 is Guy likes Eep, and we already knew this from the first one. And so they're looking for tomorrow. They go, basically, they find, I'm skipping over a lot of shenanigans because it's really not important to the plot. The Nicolas Cage father, I love Nicolas Cage, by the way. Nicolas Cage is one of the best actors and here's a little tidbit. I do believe Croods 2 is his 100th film. So that means Tom Hanks must have 50 films, because Tom Hanks is really up there in films, and so is Nicolas Cage. But I feel like Nicolas Cage has a lot more than, I do believe that Nicolas Cage has double. And that goes to the whole thing where he lost a lot of money and he needed to if I made a movie, I'm sure that he would put himself in. And I really don't know what his stance are on black people, so I really don't know if that's true or not. But I'm saying that he literally takes whatever role because he's such a good actor. Some people be like, oh, he's him and he's cheese and all that. And it's just I really do believe that Nicolas Cage is a very good actor. He just had some bad luck in his life and things happened. And I know there's a lot of stuff. I know there's a thing where he bought some New Orleans house or something that had to do with slaves. And I really don't know if it was a commodity or something that he felt like he needed to do in his life, but that's kind of shady. I have no evidence against Nicolas Cage, so I'm not going to talk about it or speak on it in this video. I'm going to just say that so far, so I don't really feel like there's any racially charged negativity coming from him, but that's just it. So with this Croods thing, that's it with him. So the dad is upset that Eep wants to go live, they want to go make their own tribe, basically, their own, because there's not enough space for them. There's mom and baby and then son and dad, and he's huge. They're cave people. So basically they pull up on this place and it's just the Bettermans, and it's basically evolved people who that they're making things they've got showers, but they don't call I don't know if they call it a shower, but they call things basic things, and it's cool. So they have a daughter, and I knew, of course, they were going to try to put their daughter with Guy. They weren't related. They were friends of the guy's parents who died at the beginning of the movie by being boiled alive in a tar pit. So, yeah. That's terrible. If, Guy, a lot could have been resolved if Guy would have told Eep, hey, I would like to stay here because my mom told me to search for tomorrow, and tomorrow is here from what I know. And, they died, and I know you've got your family right here, but my family died. So could you please have some freaking compassion? To that, I'm I understand the conflict of the story. But they really make Eep out to be a jerk. They know, they make it to where we know that Guy is the jerk, because they literally say it, and they make him go through realizing that that's what's going on, because they eventually break up and they go their separate ways. But I'm not really going to talk about that. I really don't want to spoil everything. I'm just going to try to give you guys enough to where you're oh my goodness, I want to watch this. But, so what I really like about Croods 2 is the fact that they don't make it a cat fight, who can get Guy thing. The they're already stable in their relationship. Even when they break up, he doesn't go running to that girl. They're basically brother and sister. So I really don't know. I mean, I know why, because they want to keep populating the earth, and that's why they're doing that, and they're like sending their kid off. But honestly, Guy saw her as a sister. He literally never shows any interest in this girl. And I'm saying this girl because I really don't know her name, honestly. I watched the movie once. But the Betterman daughter, he really shows zero love interest in her at all. So I'm so glad, first and foremost, that they didn't do a cat fight love triangle. Love triangles are done. If you want to do a love triangle, you have to come better. Like this whole Friends, Anglo-Saxon, honey mustard butter, like it's not gonna fly. Korra, Asami, Mako, Bolin's not gonna fly anymore. Not gonna fly. I really don't know what to tell you guys, but the moment you start putting these love triangles that are really stupid in your writing and in like movies and in shows, like turn off, straight up turn off. I'm turning it off. Because like I said in the Legend of Korra video that I made, that I might be putting in the description because I referenced it, if I remember, straight up, that love triangle, that love square was disgusting. Like, especially when you put siblings in the mix. Like, when you put siblings, it's like, what on earth? There's no code. There's no code. And then when there's girls that fight over one guy, it's really disgusting because it's like, with the Legend of Korra avatar, when you first showed me this, I was super interested because usually they make the irrational ones the women. But in the Legend of Korra, Asami and Korra kind of move on pretty quickly. It's Bolin who kind of acts strange, and then Mako who acts strange the entire time. Bolin kind of gets over it after a while. He kind of acts like he never liked Korra to begin with. It just seems like he kind of did that for the plot. He never really talks about Korra like he liked her. They were friends. I don't know why y'all had to make him like her like that. Like, they were friends. Like, the reason why people in society can't be friends with boys and girls and together like that in a situation is because, like, life imitates art, art imitates life. Like, you guys keep making it to where people are in a situation to where everyone just has to be, like, together in a relationship or like someone or don't like someone. Like, can we stop doing that? Is that too much to ask for? I guess it wasn't, because Croods 2 proves that you can put a girl that is not related to another girl next to a boy and they can be friends. She and her, they were both friends, and it didn't even have to be a romantic thing. And that's another thing that Legend of Korra did. Why can't two girls be friends without being lesbian lovers? Like, how about stop fetishizing lesbians? I'm kind of sick of seeing that. And with all that being said, Croods 2, like, sums up and is like in a bow, a happy ending. Everyone gets what they want. Spoiler. I'll put that in the description as well. But all's well, ends well. Everything's happy. And Nicolas Cage gets his 100th acting credit. I think it's either Croods 1 or Croods 2. I'm pretty sure it's Croods 2. But maybe not. Well, you just have to look it up. I'll look it up, and if I'm wrong, I'll correct myself in the description. But yeah, quick bit. Just wanted to talk about it because, oh my goodness, like, bravo, moi. It is Vampire's Kiss, succulent. It's like, and by the way, Vampire's Kiss, if y'all don't get the reference, because a lot of people be like, what reference? What's this reference at? Like, get good, scrub. But the reference is Vampire's Kiss, Chef's Kiss. It was like a play on words, Vampire's Kiss from Nicolas Cage's movie. It's hilarious. He freaking eats a cockroach. That's all I have to say with that one. He just eats a cockroach. I really don't have to say much else about Vampire's Kiss. Just please watch it. I recommend that too. But I do not recommend The Legend of Korra, and I do recommend Avatar: The Last Airbender, because there were even... Avatar: The Last Airbender didn't make all the girls hate each other. I hated the fact that Toph and Katara had issues, but I understand. I get it because water and earth make mud. Like, I get it. I got that. Like, sometimes it's fine to make the girls kind of catty. Sometimes, but not all the time. And don't make them stupid. You know? Don't make them stupid. Like Asami mixed with Patrick Star. That's it. Subscribe, like, and yeah, if you like my content, if you want to have a conversation, let's have it. I try to reply to everybody. If you guys want to see one of my most popular videos is the Resident Evil 8 one or Resident Evil Village one. I'm calling it 8 because I could care less about what they say. I'm not going to like fall into their, oh, well, let's see how Village goes before we start calling things 8, because y'all just need to take a chance since you're going to use this money anyway and get money from all the fans that care about Resident Evil. Yeah,